It's the 10 to 1 podcast with your host, Brad Oman, featuring Ben Conowitz and Nate Laux. And here's the podcast.
Welcome back, friends.
Say you like apples?
Yeah, I do like them apples.
How do you like these dicks?
No.
That early into the podcast, you don't do
That's
that.
the famous line.
It's not though at all, and you know that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Matthew Page Damon.
Matthew
Is that his real middle name?
It is.
Page Damon.
Wow.
Well,
All right.
Oh, have you guys seen Good Will Hunting?
yeah,
I've seen it so many times.
it's very good.
Oh, I've heard.
His name in the movie is Will Hunting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's good.
good for him.
Yeah.
Matt Damon is. You can tell he's getting older. He's not one of those like Paul Rudds that have not aged, right? He does.
Yeah.
He's definitely, but he's still incredibly handsome
Yeah, of
the whole
course.
way through. So that worked for a lot of different reasons tonight, obviously. But overall, what you think of old Matty? When's the last time he's been on the show, Brad? Do you even remember the last time he
Brad
hosted?
doesn't know.
I imagine it was probably
For The Martian?
10 years ago for The Martian. Yeah.
Last time he was on the show actually was a cameo in season 49, and Kristen Wiig.
Okay, well, we're not talking.
I'm just saying, if you want to be technical.
When was the last time you hosted?
December 15th, 2018.
Oh, okay.
Okay, there you
Season
go.
44. Then he also hosted season 28 in October 5th, 2002.
Okay.
2002.
That would have been for
Good Will Hunting.
Born Identity.
And then his first time hosting was 2001, season 27.
Yeah.
Man, been around for a while. Only a third-time host.
Yeah, so the fourth time now. But
No, that was his,
I thought you said
time.
this was his
he
third
said
time.
this was his third time.
oh, sorry, he's done it 3 times. This is his
Yes.
fourth time.
No, this is his third time
He said
hosting.
this was his third time hosting.
Like this, the one he
I'm
just
sorry.
did
I'm
was
sorry.
his third time.
2001 was a cameo. That was my bad.
Oh.
That was my bad.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
My goodness.
He could have been wrong,
gracious.
guys. You guys don't know.
That's true. He could have been. Matt Damon could have been wrong. The writers could have been
could
wrong.
have been wrong about reading what the writers wrote for him.
But also, he was impersonated by. He was first impersonated by a cast member in 1998, who was the cast member that impersonated him.
Chris Kattan.
No,
1998. That's a very good question.
I do believe that Brad, you put this cast member. I think, if I remember right, in your top 10 cast members
Interesting. Very interesting.
when we did that list.
Kevin Nealon.
I'm going to say Will Forte.
Was Will Forte on it in 1998?
Sure.
No.
No.
No, he was not. I think he was about a decade.
No.
I don't remember.
Jim Brewer.
Oh.
You scamp.
Oh, so it was a joke
You
he was saying.
Scamp.
Well,
That's silly.
let's be honest, though. We all remember Goat Boy. We all remember the Joe Pesci show, and we all laughed.
I did laugh at the Joe Pesci show.
Yeah.
Yeah. And probably Goat Boy. That's okay.
Goat Boy was fine.
Well, you want to get into it? Did we have any viewer mail?
Yeah. What about the comments, Nate? Did you even look?
Why don't you guys
probably didn't even
vamp
look, did
for a
you?
second?
Yeah,
and
that's what I thought.
talk amongst yourself, and I'll check those.
Can't even believe this
Here's
guy.
the
You know
thing.
what?
Here's the thing.
He's
I'm-
got the list pulled up already.
I know.
Can't even
but I
believe this
really,
guy.
you guys should.
I
talk
remember just off the
more
top,
about
I
Jim
didn't.
Brewer.
I didn't even bring this up last time, but Joe Wicker had a fun comment last time where he tried to Babe Ruth or call out what the episode was gonna be.
You know, and I gotta say,
He got a lot of it right.
and also it was a little mean.
He got a lot of it right.
It was a little bit mean.
It was a lot mean.
It felt like he was mocking the podcast, even though he was also right.
No, he was. I don't
Actually-
know what that's called, but I think it's called being 100% right.
I
He
talked
was-
to longtime listener Joe Wicker at Locally Sourced, an event that our nonprofit did recently, and he actually said that he thought he was wrong. His guesses were wrong. He didn't
Really?
think it was that
No.
accurate.
I read through it. It was he's about 50-50.
You tell me. Okay, here we
Yeah,
go.
go
Joe
for it.
Wicker's comment.
And this was from the previous episode, though.
This is from the Olivia Rodrigo episode.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. And he says, "Here's my guesses prior to listening mid cold open."
And this is about the Olivia Rodrigo episode, not
Correct.
about this episode, just
Correct.
to be clear.
He says, "Fun enough monologue, too much visible cue card stare downs and sketches." I don't think we said that, by the way. Brad thought Weekend Update was great, but only scored it at 87, while the others scored it at 95. Here's the thing.
It was exactly 87,
Exactly.
but you guys all undershot.
Yeah. So that was a correct guess, wrong reasons.
Some really funny parts and sketches. Ben says something that seems inappropriate because it's taken out of context. Guarantee it wasn't taken out of context, by the way.
I don't think that happened in Olivia Rodrigo's episode. I don't think
I don't think we had him on. Well,
I don't think I stepped in it.
Nate thought the episode was just okay because he secretly hates SNL. Not true.
I don't know. That second part, you might.
We'll see how many I get right, and he didn't.
That's just so mean. He got like a couple of them right.
He got like Brad. He got right, but except we did undershoot. I think we undershoot more now because
the bread armor is just busted.
Did we get anything from Spotify or any emails?
No Spotify,
Okay.
no emails,
No YouTubes?
no. I mean nothing anymore. I mean it's just like
just crickets out there.
No one
Yeah.
cares.
Just no one cares about
Everyone
us.
stopped caring.
I would love it to read a new one though. So if you guys, especially if I don't know you, I'll read it on the air, even if you call me a jerk.
And you can also predict if you'd like to predict how the episode goes, like Joe Wicker did. That's fine.
We did have a comment from somebody who was just excited that the episode was out.
That is true.
Yeah, they said it was going to get them through their Wednesday.
Which is great.
Yeah, who was that? Say their name.
John Goodman.
You see, here's the thing, Brad. You asked me to say their names after
You
I've
were
already
just
left.
on the page.
I know,
he
but-
went to go check Spotify after that. You said the word
told
Spotify.
me to check Spotify, all these other ones, and so I did. And now you're like, hey, go back to that thing before. And
If only there was a time where we could prepare.
Hey, listen,
we've
he's
been
busy.
All right,
He's got a lot going on.
Brad. Hey, Brad. Brad.
He can't read.
Do you know how to say it?
Hezekiah.
Zakowitz.
I was close.
Hey, Brad Zakowitz. Let me know if I got it right. It's Zakowitz.
So there were more comments.
He says, "Heck yeah, get me through my Wednesday."
See, told you.
Hey, buddy, you're just kind.
See, we like you.
But anyway, let's get into it. This was, if you remember right, Matt Damon's third episode. The cold open.
Well, actually, that's wrong because this was technically his fifth episode,
Oh my
but it's
God.
third time as
Oh
host.
my God! If you guys both don't move on,
He doesn't
I'm
know how to say
quitting
things.
the
He
show.
doesn't know how to use his words.
I'm quitting the show.
Cold open, Kavanaugh with Kavanaugh, Hegseth, Patel Bar. The cold open takes us to Martin's Tavern in Georgetown, D.C., where Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh in his robe strides into the bar yelling, "Wrong!" And Kavanaugh spots Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth and knows exactly why he'd be there. And so this is the three, Matt Damon, Colin, Jost, and Aziz Ansari back doing another political cold open. What did you guys think of this one?
This was exactly the kind of refreshing thing I like to see from the cold open. Not that it was a home run necessarily, but I like that it was different from a press conference or a meeting in the Oval Office or something of that ilk.
You also love Chumbawamba.
Well, you can't not love Chumbawamba. Whenever you hear that song, you just start tub thumping.
You start tub thumping.
But this was a great way to send up stuff that is obviously in the headlines, but also bring back Matt Damon as Brett Kavanaugh, which was a fun thing
It
that
is
he did.
rare to have the host in the cold open.
It is. It's great that for him to reprise a character that he played only for a bit so many years ago when Brett Kavanaugh was in headlines for being a piece of garbage. So yeah, I like this. I think that they maybe didn't need to recycle the same facial expression joke for Kash Patel.
yeah,
it feels like
leaning
they're
really heavy into that. It's like there's plenty to go on.
and we've been
that's
making fun of
not
this
that.
for years.
Yeah.
So we but it did work because there was a lot of talk about his stupid whiskey that
yeah.
happened over the past week. But I feel like it was a good combination of stuff that was very recent and also drudging up some stuff just for fun because they could.
You say very recent, but do people still care about Brett Kavanaugh? Because I couldn't tell if that was a good impression of Brett Kavanaugh or not.
Oh no,
he has not been in the news.
He's not really
since
doing
his-
much of an impression of Brett Kavanaugh. He played Brett Kavanaugh at the time.
Doing an old college.
I'm
bro.
just saying, dude. Does anybody even remember that Brett Kavanaugh's on the Supreme Court? Because
Well, yeah, because he's on the Supreme Court and they've been making terrible
I don't know.
decisions.
but
And he's been doing exactly the things that he said he wouldn't do because he sucks.
hey, your body, my choice. All right.
Yep, sounds about right.
What did you think of this, Ben?
No, I do like it when they move off stage, let's call it, and do something different. This is fine, I guess.
Yeah.
I didn't laugh as much as I maybe wanted to, but again, I'm not gonna judge it because I don't know how to do it any better. So.
And it's also better than what we normally
Exactly.
do.
Yeah, no. And I was completely fine with Matt Damon reprising that role and bringing that back out. It was a good. I didn't see it coming, so that's good. Hegseth's always a buffoon, so it's pretty easy there. Adding Aziz was, I think, it's clever enough. Still, it works. I wish that they probably would have escalated it to the Three Drunketeers to something different. Maybe they will in the future. Who knows? I don't
know. I think back at when Matt Damon did that character, Brett Kavanaugh, and it was such a great. Was that cold open as well? I think it was.
Probably.
When he did that, and it was so good. It just seemed so funny and so fresh. This just didn't seem fresh to me. It didn't. Like, it was fine, but
it's probably because they really are drilling deep into the well of the Hegseth drinking,
like the
party boy,
mega bro.
And it doesn't help that they literally just did Kash Patel's thing last week,
right?
That's right. So it's all just not very fresh in that way.
Well, but in that
it's a culmination.
In that way, it's kind of a perfect storm of just like, oh, these things are all kind of happening, and they do kind of all tie together. So let's do that.
And I'm fine with that. I hope they then don't go back to the Hegseth well again, because they've been hitting that really hard.
Yeah.
And again, there are now really diminishing returns for me.
Yeah, for me, it's fine, but not memorable. All right,
Fair
moving on. Monologue. Matt Damon opens by noting that while he's been on the show many times, it's technically only his third time hosting, which I told you earlier, which seems a little low, right? He jokes about how long it is until his new movie, The Odyssey, comes out. Making a cameo in this is Marcelo Hernandez and his beautiful mother, Isabel. And then the other person in the audience, do you know who that was?
The writer?
Arcade Fire.
No, he's a writer.
It is SNL writer Jack Benzinger. What'd you guys think of this? Did you like it?
Yes. I mean, it's Matt Damon knows what he's doing when it comes to being on SNL. Even though he's only hosted 3 times, he's very skilled at doing this kind of thing. I will say the one thing that I was a little bit frustrated by, to the point where I almost thought that they weren't going to come back to it, was it felt like doing the pre-recorded quote-unquote Mother's Day message for you to use as like a gift to your mom felt like it interrupted the flow of the bit with that writer and wanting to meet Marcelo Hernandez's mom. And I'm glad they did end up going back to it, but it felt like it kind of ruined.
Disjointed.
Yeah, I wanted them to keep going with that and then shift into something else, as opposed to having a big, different angle in the middle and then going back to it at the very end.
Yeah, and it's not like those two things really tied together at all. And so it did feel like slightly disjointed because of that. But I am glad that maybe they were just like, well, this just needs some time to breathe before we bring it back for timing purposes, and maybe that's it. I do miss seeing all the moms though. I really do wish that they did the big thing.
Actually, it's where SNL gets funny and meaningful at the same time. I kind of like that as well.
Kind of saccharine over the top thing. I really did like seeing like Pete Davidson's mom, and I remember Keenan's mom. It's just fun to see.
Maybe it just wasn't different enough because there aren't enough new people to bring moms who haven't been there before.
I mean, I want to see old moms.
There's a lot of new cast members.
Yeah.
Like this year particularly.
From the last time they did moms?
Maybe all 4 of the featured players hate their moms.
There's 4 new moms.
Except for Marcel. No, Marcelo's not new anymore.
Right, that's what I mean. It's
maybe the 4 featured player hate their moms.
4 new moms.
Right, but that's it. That's what I mean though. It's like
how many do you need?
How many new moms do you need to make it worth it, Brad?
Well, that's a big question. And one that you don't want me to get into on the podcast.
No, I don't at all.
Be super inappropriate.
No, please don't. You're going to do it, aren't you?
Well, I'm just thinking about it.
All right.
Anyway, I liked it.
How old are the moms?
Okay, calm down. So I think my favorite part about the monologue was
how quick it was.
That was good too. But the line inside the card to mom, he's so good.
Yeah.
At the like, well, no, you're the sister. Like it's literally perfect. It's exactly what Matt Damon would really do. Oh, stop it. Oh, old enough to know what I'm doing and young enough to still be able to do it.
Yeah, that's
a
line.
great freaking line, which I'm trying to now steal. Ashley says, no, you're not old enough to know what you're doing yet. So I'm going to try.
All right, moving on. Godzilla movie. The Monster Channel presents Godzilla, King of the Monsters 2, Dawn of the King of All Monsters. A Navy admiral played by Matt Damon is being briefed in a command center as a sonar and radar track something terrifying in the ocean. every time his navigator delivers increasingly awful news about a creature crushing submarines and destroying ships, the Admiral does a massive spit take.
Can I say something about this? That I don't know how to say this without it being weird.
Oh, I like where this is going.
I needed more in the face.
Oh boy.
I just needed the spit takes all hit Mikey Day in the chin and the chest. And I swear spit takes are hilarious if it covers the face. And it never happened until they had all the water.
I will say
really the yogurt would have been amazing.
Yeah, I was gonna say the yogurt was the one that I was the most disappointed. It didn't get all over his face.
And that's just weird to say out loud, but I think physical comedy means physical comedy. And like,
but also I think that if there was maybe one other benefit to it is that it looked like he did get a lot in the ear.
if it does make me feel better.
Yeah.
And also I can't tell you how hard that must have been not to break. I mean, just Mikey Day is an all-timer. It was insane. He did kind of break. He laughed
he definitely
a little bit. And that's what made it great. And sometimes we say that, just because the animals misbehave and that's why the sketch is funny doesn't make it a funny sketch.
Right.
Now, I don't know if it would have been as funny if he never broke, but man, it was funny.
I think it would.
I think any kind of spit take is funny. It is relying on the physical comedy that I love, and it's just absurd. It is absurd, and I thought it doesn't mean it's going to be the best sketch, but it's going to get me to laugh a little bit at least.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
and
I enjoyed it,
and it's always great when they lean into a concept like this and draw more attention to just how obvious it is what the gag is. Like the fact, the way that he describes, like, bring me the yogurt that I like that has all the chunks in it.
Yeah, like the melty, slippery, sloppy yogurt, the thick green juice that I like.
Veronica Slowakowska's line, where she goes, "Sorry, I didn't get to do it yet."
Yeah, it's great. I mean, Ben Marshall, almost, you can see him in the background. In the very first one, he looks straight down.
Yeah,
he's like, I can't do this.
Everyone, please stop! I'm so wet.
I'm so wet. Yeah, it was great. I really had a good time with it.
All right, moving on. Mom movie trailer. A fake movie trailer advertises Mom the Movie, a film engineered to deliver everything moms love in a movie and nothing they don't. Brad, what'd you think of this trailer?
Yeah, this was great. I mean, a good showcase for Ashley Padilla, who is both wonderful as a comedian, but also plays a great mom, as we've seen her do several times. And I don't relate to this because my mom likes a bunch of different movies, so she's not always just about bad movies. But this was it hit all the right things of like the stuff that you expect, from just sweet moms who want to just.
Oh yeah. It reminds me of my mom like wanting both her boys in the same. Like she'd be fine if we moved back in. She really would be, and oh my gosh, that Mark Damon.
Yeah.
So my mom, we've talked about this on our other thing, Go Flicks Yourself, but my mom famously mispronounces every actor's name. I love that Jake Gyllenhaal. I just think that he is. That's literally words from her mouth. Is it? It's John Hammie. And it's like the most basic ones. Paul Rudd. Is it Rudd?
Yeah.
I don't know how she constantly, because she reads them first. She doesn't ever watch TV like that. She literally reads articles. Like she still gets, I think she still gets People magazine. Like she still reads all these articles.
Yeah.
So she doesn't know how to pronounce them. And I love it so much.
This is though like the perfect sketch for Ashley Padilla.
Oh, absolutely.
She is perfect in this.
Perfect mom
I thought it
vibes.
was a good sketch. It was a fun sketch. It wasn't, anything I'll probably remember long term, but I enjoyed that they did a Mother's Day thing. But Ashley Padilla is just so good, and it was worth watching. Just
no, it was
her thing.
like enjoyable rather than laugh out loud funny, and I'm fine with that.
Mm-hmm. All right, moving on. Tough Guys. This had Matt Damon, Marcelo Hernandez, and Kenan Thompson in it. Three men, self-described.
Oh wait, sorry. I just remembered the one part of the mom trailer that I really liked. It's like, Mom, that was such a great story, and I'm so glad you told me the races of each person.
Yeah, that's a good line.
All right, moving on. Tough Guys. Three men, self-described neighborhood tough guys, stand at a block party lamenting how everyone thinks they're a tough guy these days. This
I
is
actively hated this.
one
Oh, that's
upmanship.
mean. But don't get me wrong.
did
This was not very good.
No.
But I can't actively hate
He's
it.
trying to be a tough guy right now.
No,
he's trying to be a tough guy.
This sketch would beat your ass.
Yeah, probably. It just didn't work at all.
No, I will say it's very one note, and I didn't think it was particularly funny. And I also feel like they kind of shot themselves in the foot because I think that they got too ridiculous too quick. The fact that one of the earlier punchlines is about someone being in a wheelchair and that person being their ass made the reveal of it being a kid being the one who did the quarter thing with Kid Thompson. It was like, well, that's not as ridiculous. Of course, a kid is going to be one of the people.
I didn't hate this, you guys.
Oh no,
I didn't hate this.
That's because you're not a tough guy.
Yeah.
I thought Marcelo Hernandez was great. I thought Matt Damon was, Boston-y great. Like I didn't think they were bad in this.
I think, honest to goodness, that
it was one note for sure.
I think the normal SNL formula would have worked better here, and sometimes I complain about that. But it's like there's two straight guys in the joke, and all three of these guys were not playing, and nobody played the straight guy.
Yeah.
All three of them are doing ridiculous, over the top things. I'm in a cage. This guy had a quarter in my mouth.
I think that's the other problem too. Is like it's everyone's doing the same thing, but also it's not weird enough to make it as funny as it should be.
If you had two straight guys and only one guy was saying those things, I think that's a way funnier thing.
Yeah. Or like I said, if you're gonna have them all three be like that,
You gotta go way
weirder, way more absurd.
Maybe that's again.
I didn't know you guys can write them all better than.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I wonder what the online. I haven't looked at all. Right, I don't know if this was panned or loved. Maybe we're wrong. Maybe people.
It was actually liked quite a bit.
No, we can't be wrong.
Fair enough.
All right.
Hey, man, that's just like your opinion.
Yeah.
Moving on. Tidy Care Crystals. This was a pre-tape with Matt Damon, Ashley Padilla, Andrew Smukes, and James Austin Johnson as the narrator. This was a commercial parody. Introduces Tidy Care Crystals, a revolutionary cat litter that uses color to reveal your cat's emotional state. And this kind of had a little bit of escalation, a lot of fun. I loved Ashley Padilla and Matt Damon in this. They were just so good back and forth. The fighting back and forth. The intensity
was very good.
I actually liked this quite a bit. Brad, what'd you like?
I loved the sketch because this felt like an even more absurd and antagonistic version of Stranger Than Fiction. I like that it turned into like just the narrator being vaguely part of it and like it being a normal commercial to actually kind of having a story that unfolded along with it, and the fact that he was so involved with like criticizing how weird their kid was and everything,
and the fact that he even at the end it was like it's usually the son.
Yeah, and then I also loved when they were in the bed. It was like, what? Why are you here? What are you doing?
No, that kind of meta thing, it worked really, really well.
Yeah. So yeah, it was. I thought it was very funny. I liked the escalation of it. I loved that it was just a little bit weird, just a little bit absurd, but still, like it was almost like a commercial version of Too Many Cooks in a way, if that makes sense.
So the open felt like whatever that Kristen Wiig Bill Hader one was, the pizza fell on the floor and that scurried under the refrigerator.
Right.
I was like, well, what is it then? It's not pizza.
Right.
It felt like that. Like, well, what's blue mean? Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Okay. But then it went completely different.
Exactly.
And I love that. The narrator thing,
it was because it's both the mystery of where the blue's coming from and then also having the personality of James Johnson Johnson.
It really worked well.
Yeah.
I read a comment on Reddit that said this seemed to be a perfect vehicle for what they would have done when Cecily Strong was there. And I thought that I could see Cecily Strong in this as well.
Oh yeah,
that felt really like, oh yeah, no, I bet she had a sketch something like this because she often played those kind of characters as well.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, get your computer out, Bradford. It is time to talk about Weekend Update. Ben,
so I think that Michael Che is having a lot more fun these days. He is definitely the impetus for a lot of the Che Jost back and forth. Mm-hmm. And this is pretty evident in this episode. I mean, right off the bat with the Marco Rubio thing. That's, first of all, That's hilarious. I laughed really hard at their back and forth there.
Marco
Rubio. And then trying to get the Jeffrey Epstein thing. Like, that's funny. It worked a lot. They had really good back and forth because of that. So I don't know. I think it's pretty high because of this.
Now, we, as our one listener has said, we have been.
We've been bashing it down lower even because we know Brad.
Yeah.
Because I think that
But
that should have been a
I'm ready to move
96,
up.
and then Brad puts it at a 79. And you're like, okay, I guess it's broken. I think this should.
Was there a lot of back and forth though?
I feel like there was
I
a
thought
lot.
the jokes were good.
I think the jokes were good, but I think that it was like they literally talked to each other quite a few times, and I think that that's part of it. The weekend updates bits were pretty good. As
He
well.
went 87 last week. Was it
Yeah.
better than last week?
No, I think it wasn't better than last week.
85.
I think 84.
Okay, 85.
Wow, guys,
Oh boy.
you're really underselling the barometer, and you're really just not in tune with my feelings and my
What was it?
needs and my expectations.
What was it?
I gave it a 90.
Weather. All right, explain yourself.
Right off the bat, like Ben said, the Marco Rubio thing was a big thing, and that the fact that they kept that going as like a little runner throughout was
I love
really
it.
funny.
I thought it was
and there was plenty of times when like Che reacted to like a joke not doing particularly well for Colin, and like there was one when like he did the thumbs for the end. He's like, you didn't have to
thumbs
do the
up.
thumbs.
He talked directly. I told you, he talked directly to him. I still thought that's 80s though.
But you also love the WNBA jokes.
Well, of course.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to miss him.
So you like this one better than last week?
Yeah, I think it squeaked by it.
Okay.
Like it's a 3-point jump, and I think it was justified by just the kind of fun that they had with each other in this edition of Weekend Update.
Okay.
So let's talk a little bit about the length of Weekend Update because it was 17 minutes. Now
That's what happens when you have 3 guests at the desk.
Yep, and maybe that's why they stole some from the monologue because that was a shorter monologue, and they needed more. Do you like that decision? Do you want them to do more Weekend Update stuff? Because it is usually one of our favorite things about the episode.
It depends. Sometimes I'm in the mood for it. Sometimes I think I would rather, because my biggest problem when you have a longer Weekend Update is you don't often get the host at the desk in Weekend Update. And so I would prefer to see more of the host in other sketches as opposed to getting more Weekend Update. But that also just depends on how good the additional segments on Weekend Update are. And so in this case, I would say for the most part, I was pleased with how things went as far as all 3 of the people that they brought to the desk. I thought it was all earned and justified and very funny. And so, yeah, I think in this case, it worked out pretty well.
What about you, Ben?
Sorry, what were we talking about?
We're talking about the 17-minute length of Weekend Update. Do you think that's a good call? Would you like to see
I thought you were
them?
talking about the 17-minute length of you describing the 17-minute length.
Wow.
It was a long time to
Wow,
get there.
he took the time to make you think he wasn't listening because he kind of was half listening, and then
No,
he
I was
turned
fine.
it against you.
I was fine with it. I think I would have done 2 update bits instead of 3.
Oh, okay. Which well, we'll get to it.
I know exactly which one it cut to because
all right.
he doesn't like women.
Let's go to
You don't know those dolphins were women.
Tucker Carlson, played by Jeremy Culhane. Jeremy Culhane's Carlson bemoaned the Met Gala's liberal aesthetic. Jeremy Colhane has, I guess you would say, this is his thing. Tucker Carlson.
Is it the most perfect impression ever? Probably.
It is.
It's one of the best
such
impressions.
It is
good,
so
spot
good.
on, and just the perfect level of parody, the perfect level of escalation. His voice, it's like somebody who does a really good Christopher Walken or a good Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like, it's never going to be exactly that person, but the ones that do it the best have that slight
There is almost a
exaggeration to
level
it.
to like James Austin Johnson doing Trump,
Yes.
where I'm like, this is almost as good. This is so good.
You know when an impression is very good when you can do the voice of that literal person saying anything.
Yeah.
It's not just that he's saying the catchphrase, and that's part of it, but talking, laughing like him, everything. I had so much fun watching this.
But also, to speak to the strength of the catchphrase with this particular impersonation, I think it speaks well to how good an impersonation is that I guarantee you that, like, however long Jeremy Culhane is on the show, that whenever anyone tries to make fun of Tucker Carlson in passing, in company with friends and like that,
What's the deal?
what are we doing?
What are we doing?
What's going on here? That's going to be like the same thing with like anybody doing like a not gonna do it for for George H.W. Bush, anything like that, like a signature line that you will forever associate it with a specific impression.
Brad and I do it all the time.
Yeah,
and it's become part of my vernacular. Like, I think it's hilarious.
By the way, do you smell what the Rock is cooking? Because I do. Gender confusion. Some of the lines were just so funny.
And so the way that it escalates to true parody, though, is because it takes it out of politics, and the letter E in Maine.
Yeah,
that's just silly, and that's what a great impersonation does. It takes it enough off the rails where it is parody.
And also on top of that, it had a great left turn too of him having a faux sponsor of the round bananas.
Round bananas.
And you don't want a banana, but you don't want to look gay.
And Colin jokes, you can't do an ad read like calling it an industry term, and it worked. This whole thing really worked.
Yeah,
it was great.
All right, we can update bit two kamikaze dolphins on the Iran war. This is with Mikey Day and Marcelo Hernandez. Mikey Day and Marcelo appeared in dolphin costumes as two actual U.S. military dolphins who had been recruited by a recruiter who came by our reef. What'd you guys think of this? This is certainly good costume work.
I hope they figure out a way to shoehorn these two characters into other like Weekend Update bits. Like, bring them back to talk about anything else. Because, having Mikey and Marcelo together as characters was so funny. I loved establishing the bad puns right off the top.
The puns were so terrible
and getting
perfect
and just getting defensive over them.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, darn! I love that.
You went for the porpoise, but not the sturgeons. Yeah. And I wonder if that was built in. Like, they hoped that the audience went that route, because if not, great natural reaction.
Good God, it's like, and I love a good pun.
Yeah.
And I love a bad pun even more. And this is perfect for that. It really was great.
But they bounce off each other so well.
Kudos to Mikey Day and Marcelo Hernandez, because they work.
Yeah.
They work together really well.
And kudos to Mikey Day too. Not more, but like Mikey Day does this with a lot of people, where he can just compliment you perfectly.
Yep. He knows
Marcelo and another person do a great work together. Him and Jane Wickline, being the couple or whatever. But Mikey Day seems to literally be able to adhere himself to literally anybody and just make that a couple.
Well, as former sketch comedians as you guys are,
oh boy,
we're not though.
But you guys probably know this, that like
when I was trotting the boards.
But it is though. Mikey Day seems to know the role he's supposed to play in every sketch he's in.
Absolutely.
And that seems obvious, but it's not. Like I don't think every sketch comedian understands the subtleties of every role they're playing as well as somebody like Mikey Day.
He's a lot closer to Phil Hartman than I think. Like that's about the highest praise that I can give him.
That's actually pretty good. Actually,
is that he is truly an heir apparent to Phil Hartman. And I say that with all the respect in the world to Phil Hartman.
I never really thought about that until you said it, and when you said it, it makes perfect sense.
It does.
He really does fit into like any kind of role, and like
he can go over the top.
Characters.
He's not as skilled as of an impressionist as Phil Hartman was, because he
that's
could
true.
Do some
that's fair.
Yeah.
But you're absolutely right.
But the everyman that can be the only man to do it, too. Like, caveman lawyer is not an everyman character.
Right. Yep.
That's a bit, and Mikey Day can do that, right? But then he can also play the dad that's just mad and sitting on the chair.
Yeah.
He's just a really a Renaissance man on the show for sure.
And I think Marcelo is kind of similar to Jim Brewer in a lot of ways.
Oh,
why would you? That's the
so mean.
That's like if I gave Mikey Day the ultimate compliment, I think you gave Marcelo Hernandez the ultimate insult right there.
That's
you guys
terrible.
are fans? Okay. So
wow.
That's the two.
Sorry, Marcelo.
That's the two.
Sorry, Marcelo's mom. She's the one that listens.
Yeah.
That's the two you would keep. Okay. So the third one then is Jane Wickline being chronically late. Jane Wickline performed an original song delivered as a defiant, unapologetic ode to everyone she has ever made wait for her. What'd you think of this one? Let's start with Ben.
I have one complaint about this, and it has nothing, honestly, to do with Jane Wickline. I truly wish, not doing a bit here, I wish the keyboard was louder, because she was what she was saying was very funny, and it was supposed to be part of a musical, and that I think that is just a failure of audio because I could barely hear her touching the keys, and so it just sounded like she was talking loudly over nothing. And I really do feel like if I could have heard the music a little bit more, it would have made it better.
Part of me wonders if your sound system isn't all that great though.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
I think that it's been messed up for a little while.
Okay, fair enough.
So.
But anyway, because
Did you love this?
What she was saying was so good.
So funny.
I think that this could have been so much better in another format.
Do you think a pre-tape would have been better?
I think a pre-tape would have been better for this because it's perfect. Like it's such a good premise.
I agree.
I almost don't.
I agree.
I don't know. I think it's it's interesting that you say this because this kind of works perfectly timed to the most recent episode of the Lonely Island and Seth Meyers podcast where they had a really interesting commentary and criticism of their own work and a decision that they made in doing the sketch. The most recent episode, they talk about the sketch What Was That? And if you don't remember what this SNL digital short was, is it takes place at like this kind of UN style meeting where Andy Samberg is playing a kid who is like recounting real events in history. Like he goes, the Holocaust. What was that?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
I remember that.
And so the whole premise is just like him questioning, like really, like this is what like you guys are doing, like what are we doing here?
What are we doing here?
Yeah, and they talked about one of the things that they wished they would have done and had the foresight to do is they felt like that they made it look a little too slick by using like a Steadicam and making it look really nice. Whereas if they would have made it look like this kind of like crappier lo-fi video where they were capturing like a kid actually talking at a thing, it would have protected it and it didn't need to feel as big or as like important as they made it feel by making it look so good. And in this case, I think if you take Jane Wickline's song and you give it a glossier sheen and you turn it into a real proper music video, it loses some of the quirkiness of Jane being so adamant about her own tardiness. Like I think that there's an added level of comedy that comes from her saying in a way where she's so mad and she's so defiant about it, like she had to write this crappy song about it. And so like it being a very low budget production made it funnier to me.
Disagree, but I see your point, but disagree.
I'm hearing you.
I'm hearing what
and
you're
I'm
saying.
receiving it.
Mm-hmm.
I disagree.
You're wrong.
Right. But no, I think, and I love so much too, and like it makes perfect sense. It's like because if I'm early, then I have to wait, and I don't want to do that.
Exactly. No, because looking at my phone was more important than you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show up 40 minutes late with an ice cream cone.
Yep.
Like it's and like her describing it running down her hand.
And also the fact that
it's so good
and that it's vanilla.
Exactly. I tested 100 flavors and I still got vanilla. Like, what a piece of shit. What a bad friend.
It does drive me crazy when somebody is late.
Okay,
Like
all right. Listen, I'm getting better.
No, they're 20 minutes late and they come.
You were
in
late to breakfast
with a Starbucks. And
now
it's
that's
like,
fair.
Like
that is fair. Like it's like, come on, dude. Really? It wasn't in your car from last night. Shut up. That's hot. It's steaming right now.
It's like you're later now because you stopped at Starbucks. And but
that's fair. Sorry about that.
But also, if you're chronically late, nobody likes you.
Yeah,
all right,
Ben.
people do talk shit about you, and rightfully so. You're a piece of shit.
Moving on. Substitute teachers goodbye. A substitute teacher played by Matt Damon stands at the front of a class on his last day and announces a special send-off, a dance party to celebrate how well behaved the students have been. I would have loved to seen the pitch for this. Because
I told Ashley that I'm going to say my opinion on the show, and then my friends are going to be like, I'm wrong.
Okay.
My opinion on this is that I don't get it. I don't think it's funny.
Oh, that's interesting. I think it's somewhere in the middle. I genuinely appreciate the effort that went into making this last as long as it did, and I think
and me too. So we're still aligned.
Yeah.
Now, where do you think it goes?
I don't think Matt Damon was the right person to do this and make it as funny as it needed to be. Don't get me wrong; he's very dedicated.
He's committed.
And he does a great job.
Yeah.
And I was amused by it, but I think I would have preferred seeing somebody like Adam Driver or I don't even know, but somebody where it's a more amusing to see somebody known for being so serious most of the time do it, because even though Matt Damon is a very skilled dramatic actor,
Right, he's also hilarious.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and we know Adam Driver can be hilarious, but he's not typically doing hilarious things, and so I think you need somebody in that role.
I would like something like Colin Farrell. Like, would it be hilarious to me?
That would be, yeah, I think that could be really funny too.
Because like tough guy serious,
Yeah.
and then is like, come on guys, like everybody get up.
Yeah, exactly. It was so I appreciated Matt Damon's dedication to the bit.
Yeah.
And I liked what it was going for, but it did feel like it went too long and it didn't quite really land.
What'd you think, Nate?
Yeah, I laughed. There were times where I did genuinely laugh. 'Cause
Really?
Again, it is. Well, Matt Damon's being silly. He's doing a lot of physical stuff. You guys know I love physical comedy.
I think the only thing I really laughed was he points to Cam Patterson and he's like, "Come on, we all know
Yep.
you can
Yeah.
dance." I'm like, "That's awesome.
Yep.
That's just a funny." line.
And there were a couple times there was a couple lines. He's like, no, okay. But it went on too long, and it didn't have the escalation I wanted. They got there very quick,
Yeah.
and then it was like,
But I did like the repeated cuts to everyone in the class and just have the same just like sad,
I
like,
wanted-
upset look.
if you could have done more of those with that Cam Patterson type of line, right, where the lines
Yeah, I
were
see. I think
really
it wasn't
good.
enough to just show because, like, again,
then
you're
you
seeing
get
the
the
same thing, kind of. It's same reaction. Nobody's reacting other than the same, like, kind of like, I don't want to be here. So again, I get it that it maybe is it
You
my
didn't
secondary
make the
awkwardness
audience,
thing that I
you
don't
didn't-
love.
The audience didn't. I'm talking the cast audience
Yeah.
there, the classroom didn't add more to it, and I think they could have been a better foil for some of this.
Maybe I think the one thing that made me pause and appreciate what they were going for a little bit more, and I think maybe it's the part of the sketch that might work the best outside of the primary premise, is the reveal that Andrew Dismukes' character that was his dad.
Yeah.
Because that was a great.
I laughed when, isn't that your dad? Like, that's a funny bit.
Yeah.
Right. His timing to answer it too, that actually got me.
Yeah.
I was okay with that.
And then plus the follow up too of Cammy, like, you know that you were gonna have to deal with this for like a few weeks, right?
Right. It's like, and that was a great line delivery, by the way, because I did laugh at that.
Yeah.
Wholly. But yeah, I don't know. It's just, there's something missing here.
Yeah.
I don't know. And again, this is one of that I'm not going to try to rewrite. And
I don't think it's Matt Damon's fault.
I think the miscast though of Matt Damon, maybe they hold on to this until you got kind of a super serious actor or actress to
Yeah.
maybe pull that off, because I like that idea. You know, I think that, like, maybe again, to your credit there, Nate, like, I wonder what the pitch was, because
Yeah.
like super serious teacher cuts loose on last day has a different vibe when it's Matt Damon compared to an Adam Driver. So.
And he was a substitute teacher
Right,
too. So
right.
like, but yeah, I
I
thought
almost
it was fine.
I almost wanted to see one of the people like half get up and then sit down realizing, oh, that would be a mistake. Like, just anything out of the, like you were talking about, Nate, anything out of the audience.
I even wonder if Matt Damon is like just really in this unfortunate sweet spot of where he
kind of pulls it off, like, because he's dancing a little bit. I'm like, yeah, I mean, this is kind of cool.
Yeah,
because it's not that awkward.
Because when I think about someone like Will Forte or Will Ferrell doing this,
Right.
I think it also works
Yeah, exactly.
really well.
Like it's funny though. Like,
Yeah.
but it's funny the way they're dancing.
Exactly.
And it's so enthusiastic.
Yeah, but Matt Damon's
Damon's-
right in the middle, and maybe it feels
Exactly.
too natural. And it's like,
Exactly.
oh yeah,
like
he's
that's
just-
what if Matt Damon was in charge of getting kids to dance, that's exactly what he would
Right.
do, and we're all like, he's trying his best.
Yeah, exactly. That looks like a guy who would buy a zoo.
Moving on, Auctioneers, the final sketch of the night belongs to, I think, some of the best work, I will say it, all season in Matt Damon and Sarah Sherman as a married couple, as auctioneers. I loved this sketch so much.
I was so happy.
I watched
is the
this
way the
actually.
show ended.
I watched this 3 times.
I was so like, okay, this episode was fine, and then this hit, and I was like, oh, there, okay, well, that's the best sketch of the year. So
I mean, it was
I literally it's musical theater at that point.
The skill
required.
it took to do this sketch.
Tell me why you hated it, Brad.
and to pull it off the way that they did
Well,
Yeah.
Brad's got a look on his face.
is, I mean, because again, I was just watching it almost academically,
Yeah,
going.
Nate Brad's got a look on
this
his
was so incredible to pull this sketch off.
Yeah.
What did you think?
I want to see the cue cards.
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like
I really want to see what they look like, to see if they just had to go through a bunch so fast, or if they like had it written almost like you do a song where you say repeat this, however many times.
perfect escalation in this too, bringing in the side characters. It was
Yeah.
just so good.
It was such a
Not
good
well
one,
written.
not one flub.
No, it was
Especially the
No
butter,
notes
butter,
either.
better, butter. I cannot
the
believe
names too.
the names were hilarious,
Yeah.
but the back and forth between Sarah and Matt, saying the better butter. I would never better butter. You're better
Yeah.
butter. That's a
Unbelievable.
literal tongue twister on live TV. The last sketch of the night where your brain's already fried. Are you freaking kidding me?
No, that's what I'm saying. Unbelievable. No notes.
That's
so
just
good.
literally perfect.
It was incredibly well done, and it reminded me of this felt like something that Will Forte would have done in his heyday. It really had that kind of vibe to it. Like I could see like Will Forte and Jason Sudeikis doing something like this together. But yeah, the fact that it was Matt Damon and Sarah Sherman doing this together, both so good at it. Like Nate said, bringing in the additional characters into it, like and escalating it to that point where it was like just like an auctioneer soap opera. At that point, it was just so good.
Everything was good. I mean,
Sarah
the
Sherman
four
did
boys,
write this with Dan Bulla, Maxwell Gay, and Tucker Flodman. But
kudos, boys and girls.
Sarah Sherman,
fantastic.
Dan Bulla, just incredible work here.
Yeah.
Incredible work.
Literally no notes. I wish that we could capture that lightning in a bottle for everything. I mean, it's the example of hilarious and also artful and skillful.
And don't try to do it again.
No,
don't try
please
to do
don't.
it again.
Yeah.
This was so good.
I don't want that to be
It was
recurring.
perfect.
Even though they'll probably try because it was so good.
It is one of those. Sometimes you watch a sketch and you're like, okay, you know, the Sarah Sherman episode that they do, right? The old DVDs that they used to make for us, where it was like best of, best of Sarah Sherman. Which I'm sad that they don't make these anymore, but
We could make our own.
we could make our own.
but this should be in one
and
of the
send
best
it
of
to
Sarah.
Sarah.
She's had a good season, honestly. Quietly great.
she's
season.
just a treasure in general. I don't know why it took you guys so long to realize this.
Oh, stop it.
I've been on the Sarah Sherman train since
So-
it took out of the station.
There are, if they try to do this again, right, which they might, because I think like the Lisa from Temecula thing is a great example.
Yeah.
That was a literal one-off, like
Yeah.
no notes, great sketch, and then they did it again and way diminishing returns, right? So I don't know. I just think that there are certain sketches that they try to do
I
again
will
because
say
they caught lightning in a bottle.
I will say I think that there is at least some potential to use the same absurdity and still capture what did make this great by
Does it need to be? It needs to be an auctioneer.
yeah,
though,
of course,
right?
But you could do auctioneers at a funeral.
Yeah,
you know, like it's just scenarios where it would be weird to have an auctioneers, but then still have the same cadence.
And
that
yeah,
kind of
I
thing.
think that there's definitely that would be the move to
Yeah.
do rather than like trying to get Matt Damon to cameo again or something weird.
No, you would switch
or to
a-
have Sarah Sherman play the same person.
right.
That'd be weird too. But yeah, I think you're right. I think that transferring to that could work.
Yeah, especially because there was an added layer of comedy that came from them being like
Like a universe of auctioneers.
well, not just that, but also the fact that they were all Southern.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
I was talking to somebody this week. They're like, "So what got you started on SNL?" And I'm like, or watching SNL. I'm like, I was young. I was
Impressionable.
It was also just we didn't.
I was
really
coerced into it.
have cable, and so I'd be up at late at night because I was 11 or 12 and wanting to stay up, and I'd lay on the couch, and then it'd come on, and I just wanted to watch it. But I said, now I just love the formation of a sketch, and a sketch done well with a cast and writers. And sometimes
I just have so much more reverence for it now.
Yeah,
because I know how hard it is.
it's a
compared
great
to
word
when I
for
was
this. This was almost reverent watching it because I'm like, this is what it's all about.
Yeah.
When a sketch
And this
does this.
It's exactly why I get so mad too when I see the same thing that some asshole always has to say. SNL's just not funny anymore. And it's just like I hate people like that. Nothing will turn me off more from me like having any respect for you, your personality, your sense of humor.
They also
anything.
don't watch it either. Usually when people say
Exactly.
that, like,
It's like you watched your first episode of SNL for the first time in probably 5 to 7 years, and you're going to judge the entire series based on a show that had a couple bad sketches, which every episode of SNL has some sketches that don't work, and you're just going to flat out say that you don't think SNL is funny anymore.
Right.
it hasn't been funny since Will Ferrell was on. You know who didn't think that was funny? The people that loved Adam Sandler's cast,
Yeah,
right? Like,
exactly. You know, and so
And
like,
I've seen some absolute dog shit Will Ferrell sketches.
Yeah.
We all have.
It's-
it's called watching the show. Not everybody's hitting. I'm sorry. Even Barry Bonds didn't hit a home run every single time he was
Yeah.
at bat. He struck out a lot, and that's what SNL is.
It's the same idea too, like that. Why I get equally as frustrated when someone sees a big blockbuster movie comes out and it's not good, But when someone says, "Oh, this is one of the worst movies I've ever seen," it's like you don't watch enough movies.
Yeah.
There's no way that this is one of the worst movies you've ever seen.
If this is one of the worst movies you've ever seen, that you just haven't seen movies.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes movies are just fine, and that's okay. It's fine, right?
Like it's fine if you don't think it's good,
But
it's
these
not one of the worst
days,
movies.
You don't get any clicks for non-hyperbolic statements.
Exactly.
So you have to be hyperbolic.
It is a good point. Sometimes we'll say a sketch is fine, and we don't mean it's bad. It's just fine, and that there is a category of nuance where it's like it's a fine sketch. There's nothing wrong with it.
It's
right?
hard to say things are just fine because again, you're not. It's like you're not eloquently describing your point.
Or terrible.
If you're saying it was middle of the road, that's a thing that exists though.
And the people who make SNL know this too. Like if you've ever seen an SNL documentary, they talk about the challenge of the show, and it's just like you a good episode. You hope that you'll get a couple okay sketches, maybe one really good sketch, and some that maybe just don't work. Like they know what the formula of the show is.
Doesn't happen every episode. They know that.
It's not going to.
I really do wish that the only thing that I saw after the fact was that there are 7 sketches, let's say, on an episode, and they pitched 35. And those were the 7 that made it. So at a certain point they were funny. Yeah. And let's just agree that they didn't know, they don't really ever throw something in that's not funny on purpose because they just didn't have anything else. Yeah. They have so many. So all I wanted to see is the Monday morning breakdown of like what went wrong.
No, exactly.
Because clearly when was it funny? Okay, was it funny at tailor-made? Why was it? I just wanted to, because I would just eat that up. Because I know everybody's very funny there.
So many things can go wrong. So many things can change. So many things like happen between dress and live.
Yeah, exactly.
So much stuff happens. And even sometimes it's even more like you said 35 sketches. For like I recently rewatched Saturday Night, which is the documentary that James Franco made a long time ago when he was not persona non grata.
When he was not problematic.
And
where we just didn't know about it.
And at the time,
he made a documentary on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. If you want to watch it.
2013.
Yeah, it is. At the time, it was like the most access anyone had ever been granted behind the scenes of the making of an episode of SNL, and it's him guerrilla style with like crappy camcorder throughout the entire week of SNL during John Malkovich's episode around Christmas time. And you get to basically see a lot of what you would also see even more of during the SNL 50 Beyond Saturday Night documentaries, where the pitch meeting and rewrites and table read and all that stuff. That episode, they had 50 sketches that were pitched just for that episode.
And so you have to believe that all 7 to 9, whatever, are just really good.
Yeah.
And so what did happen?
Right.
And they're never going to do that, obviously. Number one, because I'm pretty sure it's collaborative enough, even though there's going to be some infighting, that they would not be like, well, actually, that writer made the choice to make them stand over there, which fucked us. They're not going to do that, right? Sometimes, though, okay, we haven't talked about this yet in this episode. I truly think that the audience was more there for the musical guests than they were for the comedy. Because I just watched both of the intros, and they could not stop absolutely screaming for this guy.
He's a big deal right now.
He is, but
that
also
would have been me. I'd have been screaming like a.
That can though be, if they really are there to see one more than the other, then that can hurt the comedy because they're
for sure
not fans.
Yeah, and if they're not open to stuff that's weird or
right.
It really does though. All have to come together. I don't know. Auctioneers. It took a Matt Damon to do that. There are how many hosts this episode could actually have pulled that off?
Yeah, exactly.
Right, and that sketch would have still. That sketch is only great because of their performances, right? Yeah. But like, how many other sketches would have been great if they would have had better performances or other? Maybe not even better, but other.
That's the thing.
Right?
Like, again, we joke about Travis Kelce with Brad all the time, but imagine if Matt Damon hosted that episode instead, or whatever, or you had Ryan Gosling host that episode with the same kind of bits. Even anything that was just not about a football player, right?
Yeah.
You put somebody better in that, and maybe the whole thing works better. Of course it does. You would hope that it would work better.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's there's always going to be something magical about somebody that quote unquote has no business on that stage. To me, like having a random athlete, I think they should never get away from that. It reminds us then when the sketches are really good, or sometimes you just get really like you get a Charles Barkley out of it too.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk a little bit about the sketch of the night.
Auctioneer.
It's Auctioneers. Yeah.
It's very easily Auctioneers.
Yeah. I will say I think the Tidy Cat commercial comes pretty close as well.
Pretty close.
I think it's a good sketch.
Sketch prep.
I liked it a lot. I think
It's Auctioneers space than that one.
I was a big fan of the Tidy Cat one. I think
It's not the Auctioneers though.
no, of course not. But yeah, Auctioneers is the winner by far.
For sure.
All right, MVP of the night.
I'm giving it to Mikey Day.
I think that's correct.
I was going to give it to Sarah Sherman just because.
Yeah, I get that, but I do think that just from the spit take stuff to the dolphins, it just really, really good stuff.
He had a good night. But yeah, and plus, you could always give it to Ashley Padilla again too.
Well, and Matt Damon as a host did a damn good job.
But we expect that.
We did expect that from him, and it wasn't that he. I mean, again, he didn't carry any of the really, really funniest ones except for the Auctioneers.
Yeah.
I mean, and again, the teacher one just didn't work for me personally. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
All right, you let us know who was your MVP.
Did you pick an MVP?
Sarah Sherman.
Sarah Sherman?
Yeah.
And we said Mikey Day?
Yeah. Mikey Day is a great choice. I think that's a valid choice. But I'd love to know from our listeners. Let us know who was your MVP. Make a defense if you think another sketch should be sketch of the night. I'd love to hear your defense, and we could talk about it on the show next time. But it is Auctioneers. We've got one more episode?
One more episode.
William Ferrell.
Yeah, the season 51 finale will be Will Ferrell next week with musical guest Paul McCartney.
I mean, he's no Noah Khan, but he's fine.
I bet you there will be softer applause for him than there was for Noah Khan because they're old people.
Will he be in a sketch?
Probably. He's been in.
He's been in quite a few.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Will Will Ferrell bring back any of his staple characters?
I don't think he did last time, so I would doubt it.
Yeah, I would like to see that. I don't think it'll happen.
Will he do a George Bush?
No,
I don't think there's any,
they
unless
would.
something happens between now and then.
A George Bush meeting Donald Trump.
I don't want to.
I don't even,
why'd you speak that into existence?
Yeah,
maybe somebody's going to hear that and want to do that.
It makes me mad. I don't want that.
All right.
I heard this word the other day, strategery. Great word. It's my word.
All right. Well, we'll be back one more week, and then the show's done.
Wow. that is true. And then
that's technically true. I don't know why it sounded
more definitive.
So terrible.
But yeah, we will during the summer we will be doing more episodes of Go Flix Yourself. We hope that you'll check that out, and maybe every now and then we'll sprinkle in because we still have to do MacGruber episode of the SNL movies. It's the last one. So
that's a good one.
I love MacGruber.
Yeah,
but
that's
I'm
a good
just
one.
saying we our Go Flix Yourself listeners have been living.
If I remember correctly, though, I don't think that you've seen the MacGruber movie yet.
MacGruber.
I've seen all the sketches.
See, so that's going to be a fun one.
No, it'll be a good one, buddy. Yeah.
All right. Hey, Brad, where can people find you?
Of course, you can.
I
find
see you
me
on video more now. By the way.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. You can find me at /Film and /Film weekly podcast, as well as the Pop Cultured podcast. But if you want to find out more about the snack foods that I bring on Go Flix Yourself one ever done, you can check out at Look at Brad's Junk on Instagram and also TikTok and Facebook, and you will see some videos of me reviewing things and receiving certain PR packages and whatnot. So be sure and check that out.
Fancy dance.
Ben, you want to announce anything fun?
Yeah, my parents' cat is back.
Hooray! Good job, buddy.
This full disclosure, we can cut all this if you want to, but my parents' cat went missing this morning super early, and I texted my mom, and I said during the show, and it's 10:30 at night. I said, if you guys aren't sleeping, let me know if Buddy came back. And then mom just says, he did not. And then she goes, your texts go through because you're an emergency contact. I'm trying to go to sleep now. And then, of course, half an hour later, oh my God, he's back. Dad set the alarm for the camera on the deck, and the alarm went off, and he was there. He's skittish, but he doesn't seem to be harmed or anything like that.
Do they love their cat?
They love it.
That's
My mom
so
was like, she is such a Vulcan.
Yeah.
When it comes to like just being logical, and she was weeping on the phone earlier. I don't know why we're just so lonely without him. I'm like, Oh, thank God. Toonces. Toonces the driving cat is back. Yeah. It's good. Do you not know Toonces?
No.
You don't know
Oh,
Toons is
my
the driving cat?
God. From
Nate, you
a
host
little
an
show called
SNL
Saturday Night
podcast.
Live.
I don't know.
Oh, shut
Oh
up.
my God.
I'm sorry, listener. I should know. You know what? We are going to cut this because I don't think that we can have a show.
It's 11 o'clock at
Listen,
night. I don't remember anything.
We're gonna be new search for a co-host.
Yeah, that
this
knows
summer.
about Toonces the driving cat. Oh,
I don't know. What season
he's
was
looking
this
it
on?
up right now. No,
What
you know
season
what?
was it on?
It was in the 90s, man.
Yeah, Victoria
Guys-
Jackson was on the show.
Oh.
Steve Martin did it.
But also, you guys are a lot older than me. I don't remember.
You're the same age as me.
That is not
I
true.
am 4
You
years
shut
younger
your
than
mouth.
both of you.
How old are you?
Shut your
I'm
mouth.
44.
I know, but your birthday's in
But
August.
when are you? Well,
Mine's in October.
you're 44.
Shut your mouth.
Oh my God, he's 44.
Yeah, and I'm 40, so
I'm 40.
Yeah, we're three white old men in a basement right now. That's not the move. Guys, hey, if you're listening to this, don't. Go live your life. Don't listen to us anymore.
Don't be like us.
Don't do this.
All right, guys.
Thanks for listening.
We'll be back next week for one more episode. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. Bye-bye.